Hey, good afternoon, Director Chase Wells here with Southwest Transit Marketing Team proposal. Want to run our four choices by you. We saw the directive. We had to whittle it down to four from six. These are our top four preferred team member choices and why they were selected. All right, first up, team member selections. We liked Elizabeth, Natalie, Caitlin, and Ian. In the following slides, we'll explain a little bit of why as to the reason for those four picks. Elizabeth, she's been with us for about 4 years. She has a very positive attitude. She collaborates well with others. What we liked about her, she's big picture oriented. She has great problem solving skills and has aspirations to promote within our organization. She's also very detail oriented. She likes to be treated as a peer, and she works very well with flexible management. So kind of thinking about her as somebody who we'd lean on as an informal leader. Some potential weaknesses there or she doesn't really have a keen sense of developing new skills. So we'll have to kind of hone that a little bit and see if she'd be willing to work with us on maybe figuring some new stuff out. All right, next up we have Natalie. Natalie is also very ambitious. She's been with us for about 2 years. She is a competitive person, very social, very polite individual. But some of her peers kind of find her to be maybe insincere or something, and sometimes there's a little friction there. But she works very well. She gets after it. She's a great negotiator. I think she'll be a good fit for our team. One of the only downsides there is she has a tendency to not fully trust her teammates. So we'll, as the management team, have to work on some projects to um, keep her going there and make sure she can rely on her peers to assist. All right, next up, Caitlin. We like Caitlin. She's very driven. She wants to promote too one day. She's very attentive to details. She has very, very high standards. She'll be an effective member in managing quality control. She likes to be praised publicly and receive accolades, which I'm okay with. We'll find ways to satisfy that element of her personality. Some of the less desirable tendencies she has sometimes, though, is because she does have such high standards. Um, she imposes those upon her work groups, and they're sometimes a little unreasonable. And that causes some friction. She's not very willing to compromise or lower her standards and tends to take criticism very personally. So we'll be sensitive to that with her. All right, last up we have Ian. Ian is an introverted type guy. He's very smart. He was probably the toughest pick for us on the team. I think we'll be able to benefit from a lot of his technological insight, and he's a quick thinker, very creative guy. I think he'll aid in our project by providing his technical expertise. He's been with us for about 2 years. He is a bit of an industry hopper, so we got to keep him entertained, make sure he's engaged because he has a tendency to maybe flit around a little bit if he doesn't feel like he's getting what he needs or wants from where he's at. So he's very motivated by self-achievement, which is fine with me. And we'll find ways to make sure that he is able to satisfy that element of his character. Being more introverted, how he is, doesn't consider others in his decision making very well, which is really what kind of made him a hard pick for our team. But I think it offsets real well with his creativity and his expertise with technology. Now, picking these team members from the provided roster was difficult. Each one brought varying degrees of experience and aptitude to the table. However, settling on the ones suggested in this proposal was a blend of the personality characteristics, their individual motivations, and the likeliness of positive group fit. So it's kind of touching back on the strengths and weaknesses of the team. Talked about them individually a little bit, but as a team or as a unit overall, They have more of the big five personality traits than not as an overall unit. Together, they balance the scale of openness, agreeableness, conscientiousness, neuroticism, and extroversion. And I think once they're together, this will really solidify them as a strong team. But as with any team, there are some concerning weaknesses. We'll be staying oriented on the big picture and being motivated to see it come to successful fruition. We don't want to get sidetracked or too down in the weeds and forget what we're doing. We need to make sure our eyes are on the prize and that we're moving in the right direction. So motivation theory, we're going to go with ERG. We like that one because it meets the hygienic needs very well. We can keep them motivated through recognition, superior evaluation. We can come up with some ways for maybe them to label their own titles within the project so that they have a sense of ownership there. And we will encourage them and make sure they each have room to develop and grow. The management team intends to exercise the interpersonal conflict resolution strategies of and in preferential order, collaboration, accommodation, and compromise. We hope to collaborate to come to a win-win. If for some reason that can't happen, we'll make accommodations, and if absolutely need be, we'll find a way to compromise, erring on the side of caution for what's in the best interest of the project overall. Our leadership method will be that of conscious capitalism. We'll maintain that mindset throughout the endeavor. All right, our team embodies conscious capitalism, stakeholder oriented, in that they are keenly aware that the success or failure of this project will influence the trajectory of the organization. Moreover, they know the impact that success will mean to them individually, and each of them aspire to generate purpose and meaning from their efforts. Leading into this project will increase each member's own interests in the growth of the company and understand what it will mean to the customers who rely on Southwest Transit for their airborne transportation needs. We'll develop stakeholder value in an array of different ways. By marketing this new aircraft, we'll add a broader customer base. Aims to result in greater profit margins and more competitive stance against our competitors. Successful new aircraft flights may lead to expanding our organization's reach, and new aircraft flare prices may draw more customers and demonstrate an increase in our organization's CSR perception. I hope this has been helpful and look forward to input and feedback from you regarding our selections. Thank you.